Hello all and welcome to this quick review for the newly released LEGO Star Wars K-2SO number 75434. Now, as it says in the thumbnail, great build, but yeah, quite expensive. So this is $9 USD. I paid 120 Canadian, which comes out to about the same. And I found it very expensive. It's not like there's like tons of specialized parts. The only thing that I'd say was of some value is here. We've got this piece that usually has as a sticker, but in this case, it's actually a print. So, it's a specialized part. It's printed. That's nice. And you do get the little K-2SO figure, though I don't think it's exclusive. I think it's the same one that we got in another Andor set. So aside from this, nothing is overly specialized. There are some bigger parts like the rings that we have here on the neck, at the shoulders, and these pieces here for the arms, which are basically just the wheel components without, the rubber around it. But aside from that, it's very basic pieces, which is the fun part. The thing that I love so much about this is that these are pieces that we see all the time. Like I said, like the wheel components for cars, right? Or here are the claws that we have. Even his eyes are just those tiny pegs that we use in Lego Technic. So everything's stuff that we've seen just used in very intelligent and smart ways. So while that makes for a great build, that means that these are all very accessible Lego piece that we've had before, and also quite small. That's not like a bunch of specialized pieces, and yet it still costs that amount. Of course, we're gonna reason out that it's the licensing and the Star Wars fee, which it is, but that still kind of sucks when you compare it, for example, the Dodge Challenger, which I also reviewed, and that has a much better parts to piece ratio, even though that's also a licensed set. So yeah, it's a bit too bad with the price. The reason I was okay with it is because I was able to get the gifts with purchase out of it, and I used my insider points, so it kind of went down. But in the end, look, the price, and I bought it. So I'm propagating the cycle. But the reason I bought it is because I was very interested in it. And you know what? I was very happy with the result. So what I love, what I've always wanted as a kid, was being able to use, standard, normal Lego pieces. Obviously, these are a bit more specialized than what I had as a kid. But in any case, just pieces that we see lying around and making something really cool out of it. And that's what this is. This actually reminds me a lot of when you see those kind of art installations where they use car parts to recreate like a Bumblebee from Transformers. But yeah, we're using Lego pieces to recreate this really, really cool scale model of K-2SO. So I think that's fabulous. And it's a really, really fun build. I love the design choice. I love how, while building him, I got to learn how the model itself has a very imperial theme to it. So for example, we look at the shoulder blades, right, and you have it perfectly with the juxtaposition here. So that symbol, imperial symbol, is recreated in the shoulder itself. I think that's wonderful, right? You see that here also with the combination of both the circles, but also the very, very straight lines all throughout. I think it's really phenomenal how they were able to recreate that in Lego form. So now there are some issues, and there would posability. So for example, here I tried to turn the head, but what happened is that this came off. Now it should be able to, there you go, it's back. Should be able to rotate because it is on a ball joint. There you go. So it's rotating, but it's not the most obvious. Now speaking of the head, the big issue with this design is the eyes. Now it's cool that they're using pieces that we're very accustomed to. So you could, like I said, you're recreating something that we've seen in movies on TV, but using Lego parts, so that part's fun. However, not everything is a perfect recreation. I think that could have been something done way better with the use of those eyes, because he's supposed to have these kind of headlights kind of eyes, and here they all look very empty. Yeah, so that's too bad. There's also an issue here where you could see there's a hole right through the bicep. Not great. Another issue that I have, here we're gonna turn his head, is there's good articulation in the arms, but when it comes to the waist, you would think it could move, but then as you're moving it, let's see, is it doing it? Oh, good. This piece tends to fall off. I think it's better now, so good. So no complaint from me for now. That's good. Okay, more articulation, you see, so the shoulders are free moving. You've got both the wrist and the forearm. It's the same articulation, doesn't really matter. And of course, the fingers are articulated, and he can even, like, you know, if he doesn't like you at all, there you go. All right. But yeah, once again, great. Are you gonna put you back? Okay, not that bad. Okay, good. But yeah, honestly, it was a great build. Had a lot of fun. I love the imposing nature of the character on the show Andor. I mean, when we see Jedis being droids, like a knife cutting through warm butter all the time. But in this case, when it was facing off against real people, there was an extra bit of realism, and it made this extra scary. So it was just a really, really cool scene. And also becomes a cool character played by Alan Tudyk, who I personally have well, not personally, but me and my wife bonded over Firefly before getting married. So Alan Tudyk has a little special place in our hearts. Anyways, a bunch of factors for me getting this guy. Like I said, I used the points I had to get the price lower and all that. So the price is not a crazy issue, though it is, I would still say, the biggest issue of all. I'm just gonna turn around so you can see a bit more of him. Oh yeah, it's here. The base was well done. Not a lot of parts wasted on it, so I'm happy about that. And I like the grates. It looks very, very imperial-y. That makes any sense. And what's fun is that even though you see some Lego Technic pieces, it's mostly still very much Lego system. So I thought that was phenomenal. Very happy with the fact that it's using, you know, Lego parts. There you go. So that's K-2SO. And I like him. He's gonna be a great display piece. And what's fun is that he doesn't, even though he takes a lot of space vertically, when it comes to shelving, vertical is never what I have an issue with. It's always more horizontal. So I'm very happy with this in the end. And yeah, if you don't mind the price, I recommend him. If you do mind the price, try to find a way to get it for cheaper. Wait for a great gifts with purchase that you like, or wait for a discount. But in terms of a build, I totally recommend. And I'll be on the lookout to see if anybody finds a way to, you know, fix the issue with the eyes, maybe find something better. All right, well, on this note, I wish you all a great day, guys, okay? Bye.